What's going on, guys? Everybody, what's up? What's up, Sam? I'm trying to go for my shit. Just start on storage. People. Oh, very nice to hear. Very nice. Hit that like button, man. Very nice to hear. My dude on here is like an 81. You dig an NBA 20? Right now it's updating and everything, and I'm just right here chilling and all that till the hamburger meat and stuff get done. Throwing. So yeah, I'm just chilling on the couch right now, just talking away. You know how they get. Let me see. Type Snickers. Damn, let's go. Oh man, what you been up to, Frank? Nothing much, I think. You play career mode. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. I'm on like part 6 on my career mode. I signed with Puma and everything, and they've been giving me a whole, like a little portion of VC. I can't argue about that. They have been showing me fairness. Right now, I'm just tweeted. I'm just retweeting my stuff. That's all. Oh, hold up. I'll be back with y'all. That's just. Okay. The final girl, what's up? Thank you. Thank you, final girl. Appreciate that. Like, Josh Snyder, what's good? Sitting up here yawning, downloading that new game. Nah, it's still NBA 2K20. It's like the update of it. Just updated. I'm just putting its update up. I was about to play it, but they just pushed me into the update, so. Uh, let's see what it does on that. What about you, final girl? What you been up to? Oh, final girl. Surprise. Yeah, Schneider ain't seen you in a while. He probably was here last night, straight. Probably. Hit that like button, y'all. You share the Discord. Congratulations, final girl. Being a good mod. You come in and see me when you're ready. You always do. You show good support. All of y'all show good support. Hmm. Let me see. General promotions. Fine. treat Gyarados right. Alright. Still waiting on it, guys. So what have y'all been up to? Still promo. Nice. As soon as this get through updating, it won't take long though. Let's see what else. Who else is on here? I just wanted to know. Okay, ready to check this. Hey, what's going on? Alright, we can go back to it. You still here, Josh Snyder? Alright, I got you. You've checked out my stuff live before. Dang, 10 minutes. Pretty damn quick. I'll be ready in a minute. Man, my part 5 of this game is crazy. Everybody said this update is messed up, but I don't believe them. I'm finna check out some more people's stuff before I get up on there. aka James. Hold up, hold up. I hit that like button, show you some support. Let me see who else. Let me see who else. Frag. You played 5 days ago. Ooh, Modern Warfare gunfight. We need to hit that like button for it. Oh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. I think I was in this one with you. Right? We didn't do that bad. Check out my subscribers, see if anybody's live right now. Hit that like button, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you too. He don't know that I'll be coming in here more often for checking out my people. Let's see, who else? Do we have anybody else that's live beside me? Damn, we see nobody that's live right now. It's like they're chilling. Oh, Chewy Plays, what's up? What's going on, Chewy Plays? Chewy, hit that like button, boy. Throw some love. I'm waiting for this update so I can get back to grinding. My dude's like an 81 going on 82 in a bit. Axion 6. When did she leave? We're almost there, guys. Just 3 more minutes. Oh, you're looking back in at work, final girl. Yes, the wrench. The wrench gives you a little power here. The wrench of trust. Always believe in the wrench. We all love the wrench. Alright, let me hit that like button. Mama Buns. Let's see what she has to say. Or he.
He's gonna take me because he's an asshole.
Hey. What's up, Mama Bugs? Unpluggable.
That has one made the 2K19 score off crossovers.
Oh.
This is not 2K19.
I don't know if they changed it.
They said this is not 2K19. Guys, we finna get ready for some action with you.
Okay, Kenny, that's fine. Yeah, you're check. Right.
I like when they pronounce my name wrong and everything.
Okay, Donna Kiki. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, gaming.
Appreciate that.
Hitting a thumbs up, thank you so much.
Yes.
I still need you. If you can stay in for me. Or watch the chat, should I say.
Mm, 54%. It didn't take that long.
How come I'm not seeing these people? Are you that fast at hiding?
Yeah. No, right, like. AKA James, who was just talking about you, man. I've just been going into people's pages waiting for this update. What you think about this update? Let me post it. I think we finna go into action in a few. James, you're almost to 1,000 too. I noticed that. Hit that like button before you max the R6.
Oh my god, what am I doing? He's upstairs. Did you help?
Down to one friendly.
We're almost ready, guys. I'm just showing some people some love.
Cute.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I
thank
won't
you
say
too.
your name. I'm just gonna call you Kqodgaming.
Oh, thank you. That's a new name they gave me. That's a hell of a new name.
Oh, Rob should have been eliminated.
It's a hell of a new name. We're almost ready. 73%. We're 74. To pop that lead out. Oh, he's playing a good game with a Gatling gun on it.
Hey, KQ, what's up, dude? Keep the like, thumbs up. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. He didn't even know I was going to go in his room or anything. He just hit that like button like that. He's changed things and that's up over here now. This troll or whatever it is. Mr. Opinionated.
Probably just trying to see if they're useful.
Let's see.
Play as Jake. I got most of them.
All survivors have escaped. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the stream. How are you, my dude?
You personally have to level up.
I hit that like button, thumbs up. Thank you, Kqodgaming. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, there goes
Thank you
another
for the
way.
like,
Quad game. I can dig that.
But if you are enjoying equality, you could leave a like for me. Leave us a sub and be more than effective.
That's how you do it. Show some people some love up in here before I get started. And I'm fixing to start pretty soon. It's just 89%. And I'm fixing to start pretty. Dark Legend. Show him some love. He's playing Plants vs. Zombies.
I mistaked this one.
Oh, anytime. I'll be checking in on you.
I'm not the only one with a whole accent. So for you.
Hit that like button. Okay, one more before I start. One more. Paying a visit to different people until this update gets done. One more. Installing update file. Uh-oh. Alright, let's Viper. Damn, she going ham and cheese on there. cheese. Let me check that. What's up, Flint Low? Okay, hey, what's going on? Appreciate it. I was just going in each room, paying my respect to people. Now it starts, guys. My whole thing starts. Okay, hey. My career, I'm at 81 overall, glass cleaning lockdown. I done been through 27 games. What you been up to, Flint Low? Okay, honest. Maybe a Japanese, a hungry Japanese dude.
What about some of the new dribbling systems? You mentioned having dual stick dribbling.
Yeah.
What tips can you give to some newcomers to 2K as well as some of the hardcore players?
Yeah, well, I think what we wanted to do with the dribbling system this year is make it so that anybody could pick up the sticks and be successful early on. You can kind of get by with just
I think it's
the left
Kyrie.
stick. You can get simple like stops and snatchbacks by just throwing the stick. But yeah, once you get kind of used to the way your player moves, and you know, there's 27 different dribble styles.
Please take on my battery. Oh, 3 bars. Dude.
For the land of
The free. I'm gonna carry the way right along.
It's Friday night and live on 2K Sport. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Bulls. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place. And of course, Charlotte. They're much further down the standings right now.
And you know, for the Bulls, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
I think it's safe to say that, for sure. They found their identity this season, and their confidence has only been building as the season has gone on.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Monk in Batum, the wings. Cody Zeller out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Graham in at the 1. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Then there's Markkanen. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Now, Smitty, as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, you know, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel. I don't know if it's a good idea.
And here's Porter following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And it's denied. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. Here's Graham.
Do I see
and
an
out of bounds
upset?
as the Bulls gain possession.
Do I see an upset here? Captain Flint.
And just about a minute into the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Just
Started
setting the
off right.
tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Zeller. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Porter looking it over. Not going to go that time.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Just the 81
Pass to
guy.
Zeller.
It will get nasty pretty soon.
Now here's Monk. He's covered closely. And the dunk by Zeller.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with James Borrego. David.
Well, Kevin, he spoke about the strategy coming in of working the ball inside, emphasizing that throughout the game. That's where they think they have the biggest advantage, and they think they can score inside with consistency. We will see how long
They're
that
pretty
holds
pure,
up,
I say.
guys.
Thanks, David.
Well, last season, a season of change for the Bulls. They missed the playoffs with a 22-win season, and they did have a change of head coaches. Not
Dude,
the
they
results
blocked my
many hope
dome.
for going into the year.
At least I know I can.
Batum with the ball, now guarded by Porter. And Batum kicks to Graham. Stolen by
Check that out.
Satoransky. Lays it in off the breakaway.
A little bit of beginning rust going on right here.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's a 5-point game. Smitty, as you said, the Bulls were a pick by many to compete last season.
Yeah, and this team, they continue to tinker with this roster. They made the trade for Otto Porter to be a part of their future. And you know what? The rebuild continues on.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn. The kick out to Porter. Markkanen passes to Levine. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Zeller's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Kid Gilchrist, and he banks in the layup.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And the Charlotte franchise has been stuck in the middle for so long with Kemba Walker leaving this summer in free agency, Greg. Is it time for them to hit the reset?
A little bit of video game rust going on.
Chicago ends up going with the new group. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Zeller finds Biyombo. Here's Graham. Satoransky covering. Batum passes to Biyombo, and it's Biyombo with the jam.
Knew he was gonna do something.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? On the court for the Hornets, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Batum, then it's Zeller, and it's Graham in at the point guard.
He's blocking good. I like it.
Batum dishes to Graham. And finished off by Graham.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. This is it to Porter. Outside, Markkanen. To the inside. Tipped away. And stolen by Biyombo.
Well, they're getting my ass.
Got a piece of it. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Graham. 1:29 left in the first half of basketball. Kidd-Gilchrist finds Biyombo. Sinks that one from the post. Biyombo's got 8.
I mean, he's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's a beautiful play.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
PA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
Gotta recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
Kidd-Gilchrist, no luck. Chicago trailing here. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And that one's good by Porter.
Though we don't think of Porter as an uber athlete, he shows great speed running the floor.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Over in the corner, Zeller. The pass to Biyombo. outside Batum. 4 on the clock. Shot from the wing. That shot missing.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
It's all tied in Chicago. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back.
28.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Bismack Biyombo. What a contribution.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago, and that one drops for him. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Pass to Monk from outside the arc. He can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one.
Shit, they're bad. We're doing it right.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Biyombo checks in for Marvin Williams. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Bridges. And it's Batum in for Malik Monk.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Green. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist penetrating to the paint. And there's Zeller, and that's good on the assist from Kidd-Gilchrist. Zeller's got his second basket of the night. Chicago leading by 16. Outside White. There's 38 seconds left in the third. And he comes up with the deuce. 10 points for him.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Batum against Satoransky. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Zach LaVine's checked in for Chicago. Pass to Felicio. And he goes in for the dunk.
And although an undersized center,
Felicio
than making up for it with some serious hops.
The feed now to Zeller. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Zeller's got 6.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Chicago in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Hornets, they've got Batum. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Graham in at the point.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he's good on the second.
And the Bulls had Boylan step in as an interim coach last season, Smitty, but decided to give him the keys to the car this year as well.
A surprise move as Boylan immediately was at odds with the players. Management sided with the coach. Interesting message to send to a young team looking to develop. Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
And here is Zeller. Batum wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. Puts it up from 12. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
It'll go in. Sometimes it'll go in.
That free throw, no good. Monks check in for Bismack Biyombo. And the second free throw, good. We see it all the time, Smitty, the league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, they're using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Good work there as it goes. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Zeller. Off target from outside. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. He gets that one.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Graham, the pass to Batum. Feeds it to Zeller. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Chicago making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. Charlotte also making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Miles Bridges in for Nicholas Batum. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
There we go.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Cody Zeller. The first free throw is good.
Green light.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Hornets trail by 18. Passes it to Monk. Launches it. Can't hit that one.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Oh,
here's
man.
Shoots over Satoransky. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And it's blocked. Porter against Bridges. Williams for 3. Sinks the triple. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Earlier in his career, Williams didn't have that shot. Now it's one of his biggest weapons. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Chicago.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one.
That's good. Game time, game time.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve, Kevin Harlan, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
Gatorade, Puma, and these. No, Ella. Post-game show.
2K Sports post-game show.
Still made.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Jeff Smith in a moment to speak with our post-game guest who's standing by on headset near the locker room.
Hey, Jet here, man. I thought you guys came out focused and prepared. And once you built that lead, man, you never let up.
That's the beauty of this team, man. We try to never let up. And part of that's coach. He's always preaching. Stay focused on the moment. Take care of the things you can control. And we'll live with the results after, you know? So we just keep our heads down, trust in one another, and look to play a complete game.
Well, you guys listen and are very coachable.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always our pleasure. All those
Good chemistry.
Yeah. Che, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up?
You did a lot of distributing tonight, leading the team in assists for your first time as a pro. How were you able to generate so many open looks?
I mean, I don't know if I did anything special. I just kept the ball moving. I found the open man, passed it to him, and he hit the shots. So shout out to my teammates for hitting open shots.
Cool. Thanks, Shay.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
All good, Ted. Good seeing you.
Chemistry was great. There we go. Yeah, me walking in with loafers on story mode. Dance Club, Beach Party. What's up, Stevie DVD? What's going on? Thank you for hitting that like. Joining me in my journey through this story. Matter of fact, let me check you out right now. Damn, you had a real drone?
Buddy, yeah, we'll talk later. How are you, huh? How's it feel, this entire party just for you?
Hey, it's pretty dope.
Can I get you anything? Anything at all?
Kind of hungry a little bit.
Absolutely. They got these cupcakes. They look like headphones. Highly recommend. I'll be right back.
All right.
You're the man. Hey.
Oh, man. Real
all for you.
I hit that like button for you. All right. Yeah. Next day, press conference. Gee, it's probably.
Thank you so much for coming,
24,010
everyone.
fans.
It is an exciting day for us today here at Gatorade as we launch Gatorade GX, our brand new customizable hydration system that reinvents the way you fuel. I love GX. I use it every day. But rather than bore you with my stories, I'm going to pass the mic to Che, one of the brightest young stars in the NBA, and he's going to talk to you about how GX has helped him to perform at an elite level.
Hey, thanks, Reese. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
Gotta have the
Like she
Gatorade.
said,
It's good for you.
Gatorade GX is pretty revolutionary. And first of all, it's completely customizable. On top of that, they got the lid ID ring. You can put your name on there, your number on there, so you don't have no random guy just drinking out of your bottle by accident. Oh, and you can put your favorite NBA team on there too. They got all the teams. Oh yeah, something else I like. It's glow in the dark, so you can hoop anytime, day or night.
It's not. It's not glow in the dark. That's okay, though. We'll work on that. We'll get right on it.
The bright colors.
Yes, very bright.
So yeah, it's a great product all around. And it's gonna change the way you feel. And it's gonna reinvent the way you feel. Don't forget the
Oh,
free
I'm messing up.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Che, and thank you to all of you guys for
Oh,
coming out.
man.
Now, if you look under your seat, you will find a customized GX bottle that you can take home. Yay! And as you can see, there are many, many combinations, so feel free to trade with one another until you find the one that suits you best. All right, thank you.
Dang, I saw. She's up to the pride and put on my jerseys we wear. And remember the starting to feel like we also want to really appreciate it. What you bring to us work on that for us. Oh man. That's straight. Let me get my progression. Boost them up. Oh, 9,000. Okay. Now, let's see. Y'all know I like to take my time with this. My phone likes to sing to me. Glass cleaning lockdown. Okay. I think that's 602. This 602 right here is the lowest. Yes, hook shots. 5. All right, I did that. Okay. All right. And I haven't even begun to get nasty. It's just the beginning. Team practice it is.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, what you working on? Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man. You could do better than that.
Bring it in, everyone. Before we get started today, I want to introduce you to a special guest, Bill Russell. He'll be here observing with the coaching staff today, so let's put in a strong effort and show him how we do things around here. We have got to do a better job at getting the ball out in transition. We're leaving easy points on the table. All right, let's get set up and start practice.
Not the 3-team full court. Damn.
Let's go.
Okay, 2K, that was a little woozy right there.
Good. All right, let's move on.
There we go.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Ooh.
We'll get the next one.
Good enough. 2 stars.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Nice.
Keep it going. Hey, he can ball, huh? You got it. You got it. Come on.
Nice.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Oh man. See, Klinsky look. Yep. The old school.
Up and down.
So let's say there's a new player or someone that wants to get better. How do they do that?
Oh, C-Third, what's
Well, the
up?
first thing we always recommend is to jump into 2KU. Everything you want to know about the game is in there. So if you go into 2KU, and the first thing you'll see is the training game, and you can go in there, and then you'll see just tutorials on everything you want to do. There'll be a little overlay telling you what the move is and how to do it, and it'll walk you right through everything. So that's a great way to learn the basics of the game.
I was on Twitter and I saw your picture popping up so.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Hi, everyone. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for George.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Williams and Shamet are the guard set. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. And it's Harrell in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Chicago, at small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. Saturansky runs the point with Levine at the two. When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just shoot threes. You have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble and get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make it post.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Leonard against Young. Shamet kicks to Williams. It's deflected. They retain possession. The shot by George, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Saturansky, the pass to Young. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a good player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. Here's Harrell. No good with the layup.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Porter. Excellent D there from George.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
But they'll get another chance. The 3 ball. Los Angeles with another miss. The Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Rebound by the Clippers. Harrell's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And a chance here now to look at the rookie race. Never too soon to see how some of the fresh faces in the league are holding up. We've got quite a few youngsters looking to put their name in the front of the Rookie of the Year race. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Yeah, nobody has made a bigger splash than he has in the early part of this season. He's already living up to his potential.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
And what?
Both teams making substitutions here. George against Satoransky. With the fadeaway. George with the bucket. George has got 7.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Harrell. And it's Magruder in at the shooting guard position.
Mr. Magruder.
Outside Leonard. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the rejection by Harrell. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, Shamet kicks to Magruder. Knocked away. And stolen by White. Satoransky finds White. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Pass to Harrell. George with the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Throw good, Paul George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
It's tipped, and he gets it back. Harrell. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Unloads. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Los Angeles calls timeout and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Yeah, Greg, it makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Levine's checked in for Chicago. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Lets it go from 11. The second chance effort. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. In the corner, George with it. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Pulls it up. That's in the short one. 10 points for him.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Harrell, the pass to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last...
6 seconds left in the first half. The 3 from George. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And now we'll see. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. At small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half. Williams outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Bulls. The lead is 2. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
George, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Offensive rebound with the second effort, and the layup is up and in. 14 points for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going forward at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Here's Leonard. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
It might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Levine kicks to Satoransky. To the middle. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Porter. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard finds Shamet. Levine against Leonard. Over Levine. Rebound by the Bulls. Porter, bounce pass. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 8 feet away. And he can't bank that one in. Outside Leonard.
Yes, please.
Los Angeles with another miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Harrell kicks to Shamet. George looking around. 5 to shoot. That one, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's good. Shamet's got his first bucket in this one.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited.
The Bulls are...
I'm up. Fish. Here we go. Change. Let's do it.
Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Clippers also changing it up. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Harkless. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green, and Harrell's in at the 5.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Pass to Leonard. Over Porter. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists in the game. Outside, Levine. Out to the wing. Inside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. There's the pass to George. Down low, here's Leonard. Over Porter, again, Los Angeles.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Bulls trail by 6. Outside, Levine. The 9-foot shot. And that's off the glass and in.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Now, here's Shamet. Satoransky covering. Shamet, the pass to Leonard. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Wendell Carter. David, what's the update there?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Bulls gave us some information. He said that the hip is bruised pretty badly, but overall, it should be okay. It's unfortunate timing all around for them. Of course, they will need to band together while he's out. We'll see how they respond. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately we know he's in good hands, and we hope to see him back on the court soon.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Moment here now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Bulls. He said it's a badly bruised hip, and though he's in a lot of pain, he doesn't think there's any significant wound or joint damage. He don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately we know he's in good hands, and we hope to see him back on the court soon.
And Levine throws it down.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
From 20 feet out. Yes!
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now the dish to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And the wing jumper offline. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
But they get what they want out of that trip, now a two-possession game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To the paint, Leonard with the steal. And now they foul and stop the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. Here's Arcidiacono. So the Clippers with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Holmes thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Okay, so how do you think that one went, Hornet?
Give it a solid B-.
B-? Oh, come on, man. He was great. He had some really interesting insights.
It wasn't...
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.
Hey, how you been, man? Stay focused on your workout. Don't stop grinding, man. Winners win. Keep at it. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Don't let him shoot that. I'm gonna keep coming, baby. With the foul. Ball on that, baby. That's what the ring.
One more.
Oh, you better shoot that. Too strong.
Get your mind right.
With the foul.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Yeah, let's go. Do it. Get him.
get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go! Come on, focus. Just like that.
Hey, he can ball, huh? See you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it, you got it. Come on, man. Shot, shot!
Again, again. Again, again. Get your mind right.
Hey, hit me up.
LSK. How
How's
you
it
doing,
going?
man? I'm glad to have you on 2K TV
Thank
for
you
the
for
first
having
time.
me.
This is your debut.
This is my debut.
How has the gameplay felt for you?
It's smooth. I like the shooting. It didn't feel like too easy almost.
Right.
Like I feel like there's gonna be a skill gap this year.
Oh my God, it's amazing. The whole My Player builder is incredible. I don't have to be just a lockdown defender anymore.
Yeah.
I can have 3-point, I can have defense, I can have playmaking. You can test your build at 99 to see if that's something that you actually want to do, and that's like incredible. That's going to save a lot of time.
How was it? I know you put your hand.
Alright, fans, stick around for halftime. We'll have a half-court shot contest.
Fans, don't forget. Fans, don't forget to
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And in our game tonight, we've got the Chicago Bulls against the Thunder out in Oklahoma City. It's been a tough bunch of games lately for the Thunder. They need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry, more or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake. Well, they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And midway through the season, the injuries starting to accrue. Both of these teams are at less than full strength. They're going to have to adjust.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Valentine and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Andre Robertson, and it's Nader in at the 3. Looking at the schedule doors about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments, and the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
A shot by Paul, no good. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
You know what? Playing on the road is always challenging. It requires a level of energy and focus. You've got to match what the home team gives you, and they didn't do it.
Chalk up 2 there.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Gallinari with the steal. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the pass to Nader. That's tipped. From 11 feet away. Almost, but it rolls out. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the inside. Here's Gallinari. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Clippers. Bucket is good.
Have to give Markkanen credit there. Great job absorbing the hit on the shot.
Robertson the pass to Nader. Now here's Gallinari. Shoots. The shot, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2. Shoots over White, and the shot is long. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
The Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in for Mark. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. Satoransky's checked in for Zach Levine. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for White. The Thunder shooting their first free throw tonight. Free throw good, Adams.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Passes it to Noel. Clock at 6. Throws it up high. It's blocked. Porter in the corner. Inside. And Adams sends it back.
Well, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven.
Oklahoma City trailing. Schroeder outside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
This is Schroeder at his best, putting that blinding speed to great advantage.
Arcidiacono kicks to Satoransky. There's 37 seconds left in the first. And Adams sends it back.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
There's Schroeder. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Thunder out in front. They lead by 2. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is
ends up going with the new group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Robertson is out there with Chris Paul, and it's Nader in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The Bulls leading by 7. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Outside, Markkanen. Bulls moving the ball around, and it's in there. He's got 7.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Oklahoma City shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Gallinari, the bounce pass. Here's Adams. That shot, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Free throw good, Levine.
You know, one of the things that Zach LaVine has worked so hard on is the ability to get to the free throw line. This guy has stated he wants to be one of the best to ever do it. Well, a great scorer gets to the foul line.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for the Thunder. And the Bulls making a change also. Arcidiacono's checked in. It's good.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And so it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, Greg, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. So both teams making some changes here. The Bulls leading by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Shakes them. And the layup is good. 9 points in the game so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, who provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Paul. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And it's 8 points for Chris Paul.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls headed to the bench with us. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Lauri Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. Valentine and Markkanen, your small and power forwards.
You know, I like that mentality by Levine, taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot 3-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that 3-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
That one goes in.
And you can argue this is White at his best, just an absolute terror in transition.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
For the Thunder, Nerlens Noel comes in for Gallinari. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Chicago also making some changes. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Satoransky subbed in for Zach LaVine. Back to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. On deep. But they get it back. And here's Robertson. Schroeder, right side. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
That shot off the mark.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
The dish to Noel. And White with the block.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Satoransky. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's Schroeder. Chicago grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back. I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
Young against Noel. That shot is off, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Doris Adams, a terrific player on the floor, but you know what? He's a great teammate as well. They always talk about the great chemistry he brings to the Thunder.
And anyone who's had a conversation with Steven Adams knows he is quite a character. This guy is so easygoing. He's fun. I think he brings a great vibe to the locker room.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. Great positioning on the putback.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Both teams. Top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by LaVine. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Nader the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Robertson. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Nader in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Floats one up. Misses from close range.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Paul. No good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. For three, Levine drains it from beyond the arc. And it's an 11-point Chicago lead.
Well, you want a shooter to catch it and go right in rhythm. Zach LaVine does just that.
Ball against Markkanen. They need this. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
Kev, just great instincts. He knows what to do when he gets near the rim. Love to watch this guy work.
No good that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Lets it fly. He's good with the little jumper in close.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bean with the rebound. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Right block shot. Another one falls for Chicago.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bulls.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Adams, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. .102 left here in the fourth quarter. Robertson kicks to Paul. Pass to Adams. Lets it go from deep. Markkanen pulls it in. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over. Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Here's Paul. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And the shot goes in. And the Bulls lead by 15.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Adams outside. Gallinari outside.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Puts it up. No good there. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Congrats on the win tonight, Che. You guys have come out of the gate very strong this year. What has been the key to the hot start?
Hey, a big thing for us is, that everybody checked their egos at the door before they started the season. And we know we're talented. We feel like the only thing that derails us is if we stop playing together as a team. So we just got to keep up the team effort, you know?
Certainly paid off.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
How's it going? Hey, what you working on? Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Now we're rolling. Just like that.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
That's all you!
Keep it going.
Give me that!
One more.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man.
I see you want to work on finishing at the hoop. Let's get started.
that you want.
My first impression is I really like the game speed. And also, with the game of basketball is actually more about transitions now. You guys play transitional defense this year, so that's real big in the game.
What are your thoughts on 2K20 so far?
The My Career seems extremely good, like the My Player Builder seems very nice. The badges is one thing that I've been looking at going, this has improved a lot.
What were your thoughts on the WNBA?
I feel like a lot of people actually might play it because it's a lot of fun, yeah.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Wall. DA, take it away. Well, it sure is. Thanks, David. Well, we have two teams tonight, Steve, that love to take their time working it up court. When you played, which were the best teams at grinding it out in slower games?
You know, I think the Chicago Bulls, that triangle offense, I mean, they ran on fast break on their defense, but on the offensive end, they wanted to wear you down with that triangle offense. And the teams that had dominant post players, they would get it down to them, make you double team, the ball would move around. And that was pretty much Shaq teams and Akeem Olajuwon teams, guys who had dominant centers.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And for the Wizards, Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. In at forward, it's Hachimura and Bertans. And it's Bryant in at the 5 down low.
Oh, I love to see that kickback pass.
Unselfish play. Could have easily laid that one up.
In close. And it's in off the backboard.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
And Wall kicks to Bertans. Bryant in the post. Makes it off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Number 16.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Wall. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. The putback and another shot. Bryant can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Oh, and he misses the dunk.
The defender didn't block that dunk, but he changed it, and that's as good as a block.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Markkanen kicks to Porter. Nice D from Bryant.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Troy Brown's checked in for Bertans.
Troy Brown.
Pass to Hachimura. Wall finds Beal. Over Levine. Beal can't get it to go.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Yep, it counts.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Hachimura. Beal against Levine. Baseline jumper. Beal can't get it to go. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And they won the a season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And when you think of free throw shooting, not particularly a strength for this group, right around 70%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mahinmi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. C.J. Miles comes in for Beal. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Porter. Antonio Blakeney's checked in for Levine. And Satoransky's subbed in for White.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Mahinmi passes to Hachimura. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Headshot off. And the Wizards now going the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
They weren't aggressive on the glass. They weren't blocking out. That puts you behind the 8-ball every single time.
And they pick up 2.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Bulls have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here is Thomas. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still the 5'9" Isaiah Thomas has made a career out of proving his.
Ever since I was a little boy, I always.
My girl soft and shaped like a strawberry. With a tat like Stephon Marbury. Carry all my dirt. Bury all of my sins, staring out of the bins. Gone with the wind, gone with the
Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Some changes for Chicago. Taking a look at the Bulls. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. Levine inside the three-point line. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Levine's got his first 2 points.
One criticism of Jim Boylen before getting extended was his offense. Called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Yep, that one goes.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make. And Steve, for Boylen, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylen focus on player development and defense.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that supermax contract he signed.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. And the Bulls making a change also. Antonio Blakeney's checked in for Levine. The shake. He lays it in. 10 points for him.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract break comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Bulls making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Shot clock at 6. Passes to Blakeney. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Porter against Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got the lead up to 7 now for the Wizards.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Here's Porter. Can't hit from 12. And so it's Washington heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action. Follow. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And Washington has possession. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington. In at forward, it's Hachimura and Bertans. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bryant in at the 5. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Steve, when you think about underrated stars in the NBA, who comes to your mind?
Drew Holiday for me is one. Mike Conley is another. Even a guy that gets a lot of praise, I still don't think he gets enough, is Klay Thompson, especially on the defensive end. It just scratches my head that he's really never made an all-defensive team selection.
It's nice to see underrated guys like Chris Middleton and D'Angelo Russell get all-star berths for the first time.
Yeah, those two are coming on as well.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Beal. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Washington making some changes. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Bulls trail by 16. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Just 5 to shoot. Down kicks to Bryant. Three-pointer. The rebound by Young.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Now the pass to Valentine. Here's Arcidiacono. He's guarded by Thomas. 7-foot shot. Again, Chicago.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Goes up from the top of the key. Misses. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. And small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. Then it's White, and it's Blakeney in at the shooting guard. Washington leading now by 12. All with it. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. And that one, good. And the Wizards lead by 14.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
And Washington making a change here. Bairton has checked in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Washington called for the foul.
And last year, the Bulls having issues moving the ball was actually a strength for them in the seasons prior.
Totally agree. You look at all the relevant team assist stats. The Bulls were bottom 5 in all of them. This team, they fall into too much isolation for stretches.
Pass to Bertans. Kicks it to Beal. Here's Hachimura. Guarded by Levine. Hachimura, no good. Bulls trail by 15. Pass to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Hachimura. White covering. The kick out to Bryant. It's Beal on the wing. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Pass to Porter. White looking around. For 3, Levine. Bertans grabs the board. Berton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Wall against Markkanen. Wall finds Bryant. That one, no good. Bulls trail by 18. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Shooting for Chicago, number 16.
And he can't get the first one. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Ball against White. Ball with the bounce pass. Beal up top. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know, you don't hear a...
Nine seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now Thomas. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. Control operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Olin.
What'd you say?
Walking out.
Look at that cloud. Walking out the courts. Should be allowed to go. Trash. Cloud.